some massive news for Arsenal fans. Arsenal have announced that Max Dowman has signed a pre-contract agreement with the club that will lead to him signing professional terms when he turns 17 in December. Ray, you've spoken to him quite a bit. You've had some time with Max.
Unbelievable talent. Again, he's got to keep his feet on the ground, work hard. But the way he's improved has been unbelievable. I mean, I was very lucky to go pre-season to Singapore, and he played against AC Milan, and he was playing against a 28-year-old, and unbelievably, he run the show. And he's 15 years old then, 15 and a half. So a real talent. I really hope he does well. He's got a great family around him, so that's going to be very important going forward. And just keep improving like he is. And I know Arsenal think so much of him. And he obviously, to get game time already at his young age, obviously he's going to be a massive player in the future.
Yeah,
for Arsenal.
You're right. He's just so young, but with so much ahead of him.
He's very much. You know, when you look at a player, you don't think he's 16. He looks a lot maturer for his age. And some of the, he knocks people off the ball. He's strong. He can drop his shoulder, goes past people. He's got that turn of pace. And some of the goals he's scored, he's been brilliant in the youth team area. And I'm sure he's going to have a big say in England going forward as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he can be a big player going forward in many, many years' time.
He played against Leeds United in August 2025. He became the second youngest player in Premier League history.
Yeah, and I've spoke to his dad the other night. He was at Billericay. Watching the game. They beat St Albans 3-2, and he's very excited about his future. But his dad knows it can go wrong as well, and I think that is so important that he keeps his feet on the ground, works hard, does everything what Mikel Arteta says in training, and it keeps improving. And when you're playing around players that are very good in your position, you can only make you better. It's a little bit like Phil Foden when he was playing with David Silva and De Bruyne and all them sort of guys. Yeah. And Pep Guardiola said, no, he's going to be training with us every day. He's not going on loan. We're going to protect him. And, and what a talent he's been when he first got into the side, Foden.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
So, looking forward to his future, and could be a big player for Arsenal's future.
He said in a statement, "This means everything to me and my family. We all support Arsenal, and I really feel like I belong here. I'd like to thank all my coaches, teammates, and most importantly, my family and friends who have got me to where I am today." Lovely to hear. Fair play to Arsenal, bringing these young players through the way they do.
Yeah, well, you're looking up to Sacco, and I know Wanyeri's now out on loan, but they've got a massive future with the youngsters, and it's great that you're seeing people coming through the academy. Yeah. It's so good to see, and the supporters will always, what can I say, respect that you've gone through that academy.
Yeah, and you really get it. Like,
you know what the club is all about.
I think Ali said the other day, I worked with Ali the other day, and he said that last week Rangers fielded a team with not one player from Scotland.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Like you're losing
I always look at that. Rangers Celtic should have that academies up there and get players in. Look, maybe they move on in the future, but you're get that academy going forward.
Good luck to you, Max Dowman. Incredible news for Arsenal fans. Sticking with Arsenal, a huge weekend at the top of the table. They look to bounce back from last weekend's disappointment. It even prompted boos from the Emirates faithful.
Arsenal may be leading the Premier League race, but they can feel the hot breath of Manchester City on their necks. Here's Haaland inside the area and scores!
Don't be satisfied, because we want much more than that, and we're gonna get it.
Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3. It's Arsenal's first home Premier League defeat of the season.
Make sure that we don't forget how incredible these players are, the joy that are giving us all season. They need to feel that we are very close to them, and that we believe in them and what we are doing more than ever.
They become cautious, maybe a fear of we don't want to lose.
They look nervous sometimes, but this is not the same Arsenal that used to be, 2 seasons ago. They changed, they are not the same.
We need the fans to get behind us.
Defensively all season, Arsenal have been rock solid, so you go, okay, fair enough. The attacking areas need some serious work.
Come back to James Justin, and he fires it in past Pickford. Leeds is now just one defeat in 11 matches in all competitions.
Yeah, a real title blow for the Gunners, beaten at home last weekend to Manchester United, their first home defeat of the season. It's prompted huge criticism all week from sections of the media, even the Arsenal fans themselves, off the back of that performance. Arsenal double winner Emmanuel Petit has had enough, however, when in the studio on Monday morning he criticised the Gunners fans for their constant negativity.
I've been listening to former players on different stage, and saying the same thing. mental strains. Are they going to lose the title? Or the same thing and again every week like this? It's been like that against Liverpool after the game. It's been like that yesterday after the game, and I'm very tired about it.
You're not having it.
No, I'm not having it.
Arsenal lose at home,
because
and all the heads
Arsenal
go down.
are still first, leading the table, 4 points. The last 5 games. If you took only the last 5 games, they are third on the table. Where are City? Where are Aston Villa? They are far away from them. Aston Villa won yesterday at Newcastle. They lost last week at home against Everton. City is the same. They don't win every single game. So stop the negativity, especially for the Arsenal fans. I want you to support the team until the end. Stop. I want you to believe that they are able, they have the strength, the quality to win the title. I'm so tired of it.
Well said. Do you agree?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, there's no excuse for booing at the end of the game. I'm not having that. I mean, I know you're disappointed. I was disappointed. I was at the stadium myself, but they give everything they've got. Manchester United took their chances when they got them, and you've always, as I said before, you said to me 1st of February you'll be sitting, top of the league with 4-point gap. You'd be happy with that.
But we have said that before. It's deja vu.
They've got to learn. They've got to learn from when they've come second and vital times of the season. And I always say, if you're at March time and you're in that title race, then it's down to you then to really find that extra bit then towards the end of the season. And Manu obviously played with me in that '98 team when we won the league, and we was probably 12 points behind Man United.
Right.
We had 2 games in hand, but people would always say, well, you still got to win the 2 games in hand. But then we went on an unbelievable run, 10 wins in a row. That in the end we had 2 games to spare at the end, but you just got to have that belief. You got to, and that year the support was unbelievable for us. So look, you're gonna have, as I say, we're gonna have bumps in the road. You're gonna have a couple of results that go against you, and Man City will have a couple of results go against them probably. But you still got to stay focused, and the fans have played a massive part to get you over the line. And they've got to keep behind them. And I'm not knocking them, the supporters, because of home and away, they turn up and they, if there's a 5,000 allocation tomorrow at Leeds, they will fill that up, Arsenal, and most clubs do now. But just get behind the team, just keep supporting to the end.
Do you think it's coming to the fans that they maybe feel a little bit jittery? Is that a reflection of how the team are performing at the moment?
Well, it's reaction when you lose a game of football. You're always going to get people really, not happy. But to boo, I just, what Mikel Arteta's done with his team, with the players they've got, it's been remarkable. So now we're talking about challenging every single season. We're talking about trying to win the league. With Arsene Wenger, it was top 4. We're talking about, can we get in the top 4? So now the club has gone forward to try and challenge now. So you just got to get behind them and give them that extra push.
It's crazy, isn't it, Ray, that they're top of the league, clear by 4 points, end of January. They're top of the Champions League. They're fighting on all fronts. Yet there's still this question mark over mentality, and we won't know until time goes on. But how do you teach a strong mentality, a winner's mentality?
Well, it's training every day. Make sure you're doing everything right in training. Making sure you give everything in training. What Mikel Arteta, look, over the Christmas period, you're probably getting trained too often because the warm down session, because you play so many games. So it wasn't really full intensity training. It was like, warming down, and the players who didn't play obviously would train. But it's just getting that winning mentality. I remember playing in an 8v8 on a Friday, and you didn't want to lose the 8v8.
Right.
You wanted to win. There's tackles flying in.
Okay.
And Arsene Wenger used to get, whoa, lads, whoa, we've got a big game tomorrow. But you don't want to lose that game. So if you put those 16 players together, you've always got a winning formation there. I mean, because no one wants to lose. And we had we'd be 1-0, 2-0 down at times, but we had that winning mentality. We can come back and draw 2-2 or something and get some goals back. So that's what you've got to have. And hopefully the lads have learned from coming second for the last 2 years. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean,
but look, it's a long way to go, and it's going to be really exciting towards the end, I'm sure.
There's no doubt they've got a killer squad. They're really, really strong. He's a great manager. The progress is clear as day. It's there to see. But the thing is now is just
trophies is the most important thing, though. You can have a great squad.
There's more pressure.
Of course it is, and that's why the League Cup is quite important, because if you can win that one and get one over on Man City on that one, I do expect. Look, Chelsea will have different when they go to the Emirates, because they'll have a top team, full team out.
Yep.
You expect Man City to probably get through. If Arsenal can do the business at home, Arsenal, Man City in the final, and that could be the benchmark. You know, if Man City can beat Arsenal, then that puts Arsenal back on the back foot a little bit.
Well, perhaps maybe Spurs will do Arsenal fans a favour